The Race Across America is a cycling race that stretches over 3,000 miles in 12 states. Beginning in sunny Oceanside, California, racers must cycle through desert, across plains, over mountains, and in the dark in order to reach the finish line in Annapolis, Maryland.
It's kind of a, I don't know, crazy race that only nutcases would want to do, don't you think?
Trying to figure out what motivates me to do RAAM it's not an easy answer. It's a big part of it is doing things that you haven't done before and seeing how far you can push yourself. We all have these perceived limits in our head, and it's to go beyond that, because I don't believe that there are limits. We can do whatever we want. It's just how far can we push ourselves, and when you get there, and even if you fail, it's a new starting point. So you go, okay, what do I have to do to go beyond that? So I really think it's just trying to do things that you haven't done before, and just to maximize the potential that you have.
There's always something different about the race in terms of how conditions and weather are going to play out. But I think most importantly, it's the camaraderie between the riders on the course and the crews. It's only for a certain mindset if you want to go and train that hard. I mean, you're going to have to train hard, and you're going to have to deal with lack of sleep and a lot of hard effort. But I think it's doable for anybody that has the mindset to take on a really large sporting challenge.
It's just an ode to the cannon. Hustle over hard to show a good job to beautiful. It's just an ode to the cannon now.
1, 2, 3.
So pacing yourself, that's a very crucial thing, not to get overexcited, not to get over emotional with it, because that will get you into trouble. And I think keeping emotions in touch is very important, especially the last couple of days we're under pressure because we didn't want it to stay in third place, and the team in the fourth place was creeping up on us. And I think there's a couple of occasions with we get over emotional with it, and there's a couple of mistakes made because of that. No huge mistakes, mistakes will happen, but it's all at the end of the day you got to correct them, and it's all time costly, which is what it's all about. It's about beating the time. The crew really stepped into it and really hustled to making sure that everything runs smoothly, and and as you know, the end result, it worked out.
Not being able to control everything is tough. This is my third time, and it's when you're in the position of crew chief, it's your little baby. You've helped create this thing, and you can't hold its hand the whole time. You've got to let it go. You've got to trust that you've got the right people in place and that they know what they're doing.
A whole bunch of people that basically don't know each other put in very, very, very close quarters for a 7-day period. Makes for some sometimes uncomfortable situations, but it's good fun.
Hungry?
Don't show me a body part.
Primary role would be as a mechanic, making sure bikes are ready to go, and then secondary from that, helping out wherever I can. Biggest challenge is because it's a moving race that literally doesn't stop. Unlike a traditional cycling race where you would have a finish to the day, you could gather stuff together and check over and whatnot. It's hard to do. You're constantly in motion, so it's not like we can just pull over and do a whole bunch of stuff. It's more of pulling over quickly, making sure what needs to be done is done, and then back in the vehicles and on the road. Where the riders are relaying, so it's trying to do it between the relays as quickly as possible.
I came on as a chiropractor, so a therapist for them, as well as whatever else they needed me to do. A lot of times we didn't have a chance to actually stop and actually work on any of the guys, so we had to work on them on the fly. So that meant I was, contorted around all kinds of weird positions, trying to, work on legs, shoulders, backs, knees along the trip. So I was turned around backwards in the front seat, working on somebody that's legs on the cooler, or else I'm in the back seat and they're sitting in the front seat, or I'm beside them and they're twisted backwards. So it's challenging to try to keep moving and treat people at the same time, but we managed to do it all along and it seemed to work.
And the thing that really stood out for me during RAAM this year was how much sacrifice and how much pain people go through, irrespective of whether it's a one-man team or an 8-man team. Your thought process is very much to admire and look up to the one-man teams, because doing this solo is something I still can't, having completed 4-man, get my head around. It's just unbelievable what amount of suffering these people go through. Paul told me very simply when we started talking about raising money for the velodrome that if I didn't do this, it would be one of my biggest regrets in life. And having just finished it, I can absolutely say in hindsight that he would have been correct.
But sleep deprivation is definitely the hardest part for the riders. It's just, you're constantly being challenged to put out huge amounts of energy. And as everybody knows, your body gets tired, you've got to sleep. But in RAAM, you don't have time to sleep, because every time you have a nap, you're falling down further behind a position, somebody's getting further ahead. So it's doing all of that, what is needed on the bike, with the least amount of sleep possible. And it's a killer.
Doing the things that you're not good at your weakest point. For me, that's climbing. I'm a bigger guy at almost 200 pounds. And when everyone's tired and all of a sudden it's my turn to go, and it's a really high mountain pass because I'm not good at altitude. And you look at all those things, it's like, listen, this is just like life. You don't get to pick the time when you're at your peak. That's the most important. Life happens. And it's, you know what, get your butt out of the van and get up that hill. Everyone else has got to rest and recover. They've done their part. It's time to do yours. So that's the best answer I have for you.